If you don't like us by now on all our socials, then like, do you even like us?
Hey, see what I said?
Joseph,
Warning. The following program is a gaggle of friends talking about happenings in the world. It is meant to be comedic, informative, and not really serious. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or this broadcasting platform. There may be some cuss words, because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are a young person, please seek permission before listening any further. Sincerely, the people of Two Tired Dads. P.S. Don't sue us.
dude. Nice smooth transition, Jimmy. You're getting better.
Hey,
I see that talk Stacy had with you's paying off, but we won't go there. Stacy, what's new, baby?
hey, man, just left kindergarten. Meet the teacher night, I guess you would say. Orientation. I don't know how you put it.
Nice.
Basically, just got to walk to school, see the school, where he's gonna be going. Dad shit, you know. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. The teachers seem like they give a fuck. There's good security. I walked around the library, making sure, kind of looking at the books that they were reading, what they're gonna be pushing. And
Sherlock Holmes, that shit.
yeah, I mean, you got to know what they're going to be, intaking. And I was pleased to see that we don't have what looks to be an agenda on the shelves, but only time will tell. It's kindergarten, so let's see
You
how
just
it
named
progresses.
like every place in the school I avoided.
Well, we checked out the gym. We
Yeah.
checked out, a music room. We checked out we seen the computer lab, didn't go in it. I got to see the classrooms. It's kind of cool nowadays how schools have everything like designed for around the age range. Seeing, height size toilets for kids and trying to fit my big ass into a chair in the lunchroom was definitely a mission. I thought for sure I was gonna break it, but hey, there's some sturdy ass chairs, man.
Are they the Jack and Jill fucking like bathrooms?
No,
Like
it's
schools?
no boys and girls. They
Okay.
have two different rooms. That would have been a red flag for me immediately.
No, I mean there's some that are like
Oh,
that.
there are, and look, we would have been looking at private school. Not
Gotcha.
even talking shit, nothing against it, but I'd like to keep them as close to old school as we can.
I'm with you.
How's your week been? It's been hell week at work. You know the drill. Third week of the month.
Yeah, well, dude, I had to do fucking family man shit. Carrie's grandmother passed away this week.
My condolences.
And like
Seriously.
I've been doing
How is she?
she's Carrie. So
Well,
puts up the front because she's a tough bitch. So
dude,
but she's taking the helm because she is the eldest of her Le Familiaso de la Froche. And, she's going over to the arrangements and all the shit. And I am the husband at this point. What do you need? What the fuck can I do? So it's been me and the boys kicking it. When I mean boys, Sammy and Albert. And so
yes, sir.
making sure they're chill, cool, everything's normal. So, yeah, man.
How are they taking it?
They're young. I mean, I still don't think it's not like, I don't think and they weren't really, that would have been their great grandma.
So they weren't super acquainted.
And so, yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
It's first stage. This is where you get to teach them about life, right?
Death affects everybody differently, man. So, you can't really judge or say or see if they are affected. I wouldn't fucking know.
All
You
I'll
know what I
say
mean?
from the dad tip, and this is just something to look at when you see attitude changes, right? So like they're not excited about things that they were excited for. You know, Stacy's gone through, little man has gone through some things. You know, lost my mom, lost his grandmother, great grandma. You know, he's his grandfather, great grandfather, I should say. He's experienced some things for a young man. You know, being 5, and when you see the moments in time where they're really quiet, right? And normally it's a time where they're active. And we actually just had this night the other night, and I was trying to figure out what was wrong with him, right? Like I'm like, what's going on? Like what's going on? And he just had a moment where he started crying. He's like, I miss Gramps. You know, I miss Mama Rita. I miss, you know, and it's hard to explain. You know, we have the conversation about they're in heaven and you know, they're in a better place, and you know they moved on and they're looking over us, but it's still they understand when there's a person that's been around, or you know what I mean, even a person that they see maybe not every day, but they see them. They understand when they disappear, you know, and it was a hard moment for me as a father because it's, you know, I wish I had the answer to make you feel better, right? But so I only say that for you to just, you know, kind of watch those moments where maybe they get excited during a wrestling match, right? And all of a sudden they're not excited there, you know, and it's these little things that you'll see. You're a father, you know, that you just kind of catch them, you know, and it's you don't know what's going on. You don't know really. They just seem off, right? Like you ask them how their day was, and they're like, good. And it's, you know, as fathers, we have to do the digging deeper, right? Like we have to ask extra questions. We can't just, as parents, this is parents.
Good about it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not even what was good about it. What'd you do?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to ask you what was good because our definitions of good are different. I know when I ask you what'd you do today, as a kid, the first thing you're going to say is what excited you?
Yeah.
Or what'd you eat for lunch? You know, just little things to get them to open up. And I've learned this with Stacy because there'll be times where I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Or what's bothering you, right? And it could be 2 or 3 hours later, and all of a sudden he'll walk in while I'm in the bathroom and just be like, Josiah was mean today. You know, and it could be just, but you got to be there in the moment to receive it. The moment that they're finally comfortable enough to come talk about it, or they were able to process it. Because sometimes I really believe, especially him, he kind of goes and tries to think, you know, what's bothering me, what's going on in my head. And then he'll come and give you the answer, but you got to be ready to get it when it comes. And then you got to be able to talk about it. And it's something me and my brother Marcel, we've been talking about, who's Guru 100. Shout out to always watching us. You know, emotional intelligence with our young men, right? And he was talking to me about a story he was telling me about his son having an issue with homework. So he FaceTimed him, kind of talked him down, worked him through it, and then, you know, got back to it. Look, I love you. Let's stay focused on the, you know what I mean, the game plan. Don't let it work you up so bad. And I think we as dads, that's where we come in, you know, not nothing against women, but we know the difference. You know, women are normally more emotional than men. Just it's a science. You know, it's not saying every one of them, just saying majority. And we got to remember the moments we're getting mad, whether we're teaching math or we're trying to get you to write your name, whether we're trying to get you to spell. You are still young. You are still
fireballs.
Exactly. So I need to approach this with patience. You know, it's kind of like when we're talking to an elderly customer who can't really hear, right? We have to approach it with patience. We have to walk you through it slowly and not get frustrated. And I think with death, just, you know, with what we're going through and what we've gone through, kids, because they don't know how to express it, get to a point where we got to be able to kind of walk them through how to express it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and that's and so when it comes to that discussion with them, fuck yeah, absolutely. They know what heaven is. And you know, I don't know if they had the hell talk. I mean, I don't, they're fucking young, so
We don't want to
say
hellfire brimstone just yet.
Right. Right. So fucking dude, hold on. Jimmy, were you not paying attention to the memo? Oh God, this. So, bro, Believe it or not, did you hear Putin won again?
Did we doubt that it would change? Not, I mean, just saying, like, I mean, he leads his country like a true leader. Did we think it would change?
He took out the competition.
I mean, we can't say that he did or didn't because we don't know. We just know that
You're
what
right.
they
Yeah,
said.
you're right. The competition said we're good.
Yeah.
Thought
Hey,
that
what's
was
going on, Alex?
dude.
Welcome to the podcast.
Trumpy McBrokey. Did you hear about that, man?
So, I mean, really think about it. Am I going to throw $653 million at a bond on some shit that I'm not even guilty of? They're doing everything they can to take him out of the race. We can't incriminate him and we can't arrest him. So now we're going to defund him. We're going to try and take all his money away from him. You know, there's a way that rich businessmen do things, right? It's called liquidate the assets, move it into trust funds, and then file bankruptcy.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see that play. You know, it's not saying it will. I wouldn't be surprised if we do.
Well, I mean, everything that he's like getting thrown at, he's literally overcoming, man.
Every time.
He's doing it like by the textbook, therefore defined as legally. And so everyone's like getting mad. But at the same time, I mean, just devil's advocate, you could say it just shows like, is the system broken? Because every time they try to go at this motherfucker at a different angle, like at one point, have you hit him with everything you got, man?
Well, is the system broken or is he showing us how much they've designed the world to be in favor of the wealthy? Which the system is broken. But if you really think about it, he called Hillary, out on it during his first campaign run. I think he's really exposing how much the world is designed in favor of people with money. You put poor people in these positions, they can't work their way out of it. You put middle class people into most of it, they can't work their way out of it, even upper middle class. But when you get to the upper class, you get to the wealthy, not the rich, the wealthy, that generational wealth. They've done a really good job of showing us that they can finesse the system,
I want you to read this out loud. I don't know if you heard about it.
U.S. gives Ukraine military's families money. The fact that isn't a smack in the face to every American veteran, if that isn't a smack in the face to everyone that served this country from, I mean, I don't know if we have any World War II, people living still, but from Vietnam,
Yeah, we
through,
should.
when you're looking at this, that is the ultimate spit in the face. And if that right there should cause riots in the streets. That is the one. If there isn't things, there's a lot of shit going on. But if this one, all the people through, 9/11, through, war in Afghanistan that lost limbs, that lost family members, that lost their livelihood. If this is not causing an uproar, what is going to do it? You're a veteran. I mean, you tell me your thoughts on it. I'm just a regular civilian.
Dude. So when I got out, right, 2012, one of the fellows we lost, his funeral was back at home. And when I mean home, we went back to California, and he was Mexican, so he fucking had a big ass family, and like the way they do funerals is like kind of cool. So that's why I want like they celebrate it, but at the end of the day, it was still sad.
Yeah.
Because he did the whole military fucking bagpipe, shoot the shit, and fucking
21 gun salute.
Hand over the fucking flag, and I still can see his mom and dad crying and fucking clenching onto that shit, and It's just they didn't get financially taken care of like for a good minute, man. And like the fact that like okay, this Ukraine war has been going on for over 2 years now, but that the government is fucking sending money to the basically military. If you're a fucking military combatant in Ukraine and you fucking die, then your family gets money. Just like how if any military homie was to die, they're it's called a SGLI. It's like $500,000 life insurance from the government.
Okay.
And so maybe it increased. Back then for me it was 500 G's. And so yeah, dude, and I just think that's fucking ridiculous in my opinion, dude.
It's a slap in the fucking face. Like when you really, what's going on, Jared? Hey, welcome in.
Looking for, he has a request. Yes, we will get there, our beloved. About 7 more minutes, I will play it. But thank you for tuning in.
No, it's for me, it's one of those things, man, that we're dads.
Yeah.
The goal is to take care of home.
Mhm.
When is Uncle Sam gonna become Father Sam and take care of home? Is it ever gonna happen? Our infrastructure is shit.
Yeah,
Like, you still got Flint, Michigan with dirty fucking drinking water.
gross.
You got all over this country, there's different shit going on that the amount of money we've spent in foreign aid, we could have easily taken care of, we'll say 7 out of 10 of the main issues in America, from clean drinking water to getting these pedophiles off the street to getting homeless veterans housed to, you know what I mean? I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, you even got, what do they call it? Reentry programs. For people coming out of prison to, stop reoffenders. Now, there's so many things that we could invest in that is American. We could bring back business to America, but we're too busy trying to play Uncle Sam for the world and problems that aren't our fucking problem. When you have illegal immigrants, when you have major corporations like Iowa, right? When you're thinking about, Tyson food industry shutting down their Iowa plant to move to New York to, make sure that immigrants have jobs, or like, again, perfect example, Marcel, new homes being built and handed to migrants. Take care of the people that served our country, because if shit goes to hell, they're going to call on the people that served our country and more. The difference is we're disposable. Hence why they're trying to bring in the draft, how they're trying to make it to where, if you're an able-bodied American, you could be fighting for this country. That is a scary thought, for people. If you have a son or a daughter now, your child can be sent to die for a country that won't do shit to even put clothes on their back. And if they do want to get clothes put on their back, they have to go through a lengthy ass process.
And guess what happens when you get home? If you miss like a fucking signature on page 2, section 7A,
Restart.
There's the back of the line, Jimmy.
And it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, these are things that I'm not saying that, migrants don't deserve to get help, right? But I don't care how prejudiced it sounds. We deserve the help first. We were here. We've been here. We're the ones who pay, 48% of our fucking income in taxes.
Then you go to the store, you buy food. Guess
that's
what at
me
the end of the day? Guess what you pay though?
Taxes.
And then you go to the gas station.
When I tell you, I read a statistic, it was 48 to 52% of our income goes to taxes, whether it's sales tax, personal property tax, income tax, your, employment taxes, whatever it may be. 48 to 52% of the average person in America, the average person in America pays 48 to 52% of their earned wages into taxes. How does that make any fucking sense? And we're giving it away. We're giving the fucking money away. You're taking my money that I work my entire life for. May not even get Social Security by the time we retire. And you're giving it to other countries. You're putting us in a position where there will be no Social Security. There won't be. I don't care what nobody says. There will not be. When you are trying to move the average working age and retirement age to 70 years old, the goal is to work you till you die so we don't got to pay Social Security. So then you can't say that we frauded you. If everybody dies before 70 because they got worked to death, and we keep pumping you full of cancer with the foods that they feed us, the shit that they serve us, and y'all die, nobody's ever going to be able to point the finger.
Well, just alone, our military is getting weaker. And like, dude,
Weakest it's ever been.
So I'm old school. Like, I don't like change. And so, like, when the Marine Corps, my beloved Corps, fucking opened up San Diego to the fucking female Marines.
No disrespect to them.
Yeah, no, because generally they go over and they have a whole fucking area in South Carolina.
But
And fucking with
Marines.
the East Coast. Yeah, dude. And so the fucking West Coast is. And so here's where I think outside the box. They post the pictures because during military, there's rifle qual. You have fucking you have to shoot guns and
Yeah,
stuff.
marksman specs.
Yeah. So when I was in, and again, this is gonna make me sound fucking old, and I don't even want to like say this, but it's like when I was in, when we were in boot camp, we qualified with iron sights. We didn't
Which
get.
You should have to, because
You know
if
what
your
these
sights
kids
go
are
down,
getting?
red dots, I'm sure.
They are. And here's the cool thing. Here's what I remember is like back in 2009 when they started introducing this shit. I totally forgot about this until I saw it. When they started testing it, my fucking keeper, so to speak, his name was Orozco. He rest in peace. He looked after me. When they were like, hey, you guys are going to be testing the ACOGs on the range. And I was so fucking excited because I'm 21 years old thinking I'm like a Call of Duty motherfucker getting ready to show up with this like scope on there, like one of the few select. And Orozco's like, no, he's not. We're not getting any scopes. And I was like, what? And he's like, you're old. He goes, you're old school. You're going to use iron sights. And he made me qualify with iron sights. And so, but now everyone gets these sexy ass shit. I truly believe instead of my taxes being tossed to other countries, I should use it to fix that town in the USA that's been burning underground for like 10 years.
Well, let me say
Jared,
this
are you
really
talking about
quick.
Maryland Heights, baby? What's up?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when he said that. I do want to say really quick, going back to ACOGs.
Yeah.
If you can't train and test with an iron sight, what happens if you're in the war zone, your gun malfunctions, and you have to pick up an enemy's weapon?
That's what I'm saying.
You
If
know,
you can't,
like-
in a situation of, I'm again, I'm like veteran in me, like that's why they train you for that specific reasons at 500 yards, 300 yards, 100 yards, and so it's just like these kids have.
You know how many people don't know how to zero a weapon?
I'm sure a lot.
And it's just crazy. You can't walk your gun down. You know,
and the fact that you think you're at a level for an ACOG with the red dot, like that's what I'm.
But guess what? When you get handed an ACOG and you got somebody standing next to you that is going to zero it for you, what happens when you pick up another weapon?
They also have. I'm looking at these pictures right now. They also have a broomsticks on the range for these recruits. These fucking 18-year-old kids with a broomstick on there doesn't even know what he's doing with it. Why do they do that, man? I didn't get a broomstick till I hit the fleet. Like when I actually
tell us what a broomstick is. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's it's good for close combat. I don't know, but it's basically if this is my rifle, you just slide it on, and you can use that. And it's just
okay. So you're talking about like a foregrip type thing.
Yeah, the armor called it a broomstick. We were Marines, dude. We were just getting the shit handed to us, man. That's literally how it was.
Tell us how good it works.
No, it's used as shit. That's the best part. Okay, so not Maryland Heights, Centralia, Pennsylvania. I'll have to look that up.
I was going to say, we're going to do research on that. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. So, okay, by request, take Stacey J's good. Listen, we got a request here. We love ya.
place where no one follows me. I walk alone. I'm sick of all these people talking out their heads. I've never understood a damn thing that they said. From words to actions, never knowing what they're about. I guess I'll have to chew them up and spit them out. And I said, I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. I swallow down 1,000 years of anger. The weight of the world is falling on my shoulders. A place where no one follows me.
Yeah, you happy, man? All right, but dude, back to whatever the fuck you want to talk. Did you hear about this, bro? The Nickelodeon man, a pedo.
So I actually just had a conversation about this. First off, I hope he rots in hell. Second is, where the fuck are the parents? And I'm just gonna say this as a parent. We're the first line of defense for our kids, which we talk about all the time, right? Where the fuck were you that you didn't know something was off? Where were you when your kid was silent? Where were you? Oh, my bad. I know where they were. They were busy collecting that check.
Dude,
So I feel
had
like all
no
the parents,
idea
well, hear
about
me
that.
out.
Yeah,
I
go
feel
ahead.
all the parents of these kids should be prosecuted just like him. We need to make an example out of parents that are pawning off their kids, selling their kids for fame, for fortune. Make an example out of them. Make a fucking example. Because in reality, I know my child. I leave the line of communication open to where he's only 5, but you can talk to me about whatever. I will never be mad at you for coming to me for safety.
That's right.
So
Kill the motherfucker. But when you look back and see the logo, bro, is a fucking foot, and like this dude is like putting motherfucking like it just when you dude. But I can't. Yeah, you're right. It should have been happen. And then what's this? So the dad was there, but then he got replaced by a mom who's more lenient.
So this is referring to society, right? Referring to single moms with the dad not in the household, I'm going to assume is what he's referring to.
I
And
guess.
well, I think that's where he's going with that. He didn't elaborate too much, but
He's the
it
man.
is when you think about it, as far as, when you have moms on set that all they're thinking about is fortune, whereas the dad is thinking about their child, except for some like Britney Spears' dad, obviously.
Right.
But majority of parents, I don't know how you don't rip somebody's face off, and so this is my thing is when it comes down to it doesn't matter who the parent is, mother or father. When do you not see something is wrong with your child? There are so many signs of depression. There's so many signs of anxiety. There's so many signs of abuse.
Yep.
That if you actually pay attention to your child and don't get caught up in all the glitz and glamour, that you would notice something's wrong.
Oh, dude.
Now, he should still be stoned or burned at the stake. I don't really, whatever would be, if anything, I would say let the parents loose on him, but the parents don't give a fuck. Because if they did, all that shit would have been shut down a long time ago. I mean, I just seen something about Ariana Grande and the shit, like the videos he was making. Like, we've known this dude is sick. We just didn't know how much because we were kids. But then when you look at the shit now as an adult, you're like, this is fucking crazy.
Right. It's like when I was that's what's like really fucking with me, bruv. Is like when we were kids, I didn't even like notice any of that shit.
We were innocent-minded kids. Now the kids aren't as innocent-minded.
Or
Like we're talking about the violence in kids, the hypersexuality of children is at the all-time high.
Or if you go back and watch the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob, how the fuck was that not really like on Adult Swim kind of?
Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh, haven't we talked about this before?
No, like
We haven't.
Ren and Stimpy. Ren and
Yeah.
Stimpy. Like, man, when I look back now at some of those clips, and I'm just like, this is insane.
Oh, bro.
And
Yeah.
who's to say that maybe we're not the adults with the sick mind, right? And this isn't what they meant. There's no way you could say this was not the hidden message in it. There's just no way. There's so many clips of little shit from. I saw a potato video with Ariana Grande, and like as an adult, you're kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when they do these videos of, oh, he's in defeat, and then you start seeing all the clips, and you're kind of like, man, this is
So
crazy.
you watched the fucked up documentary?
I did.
Okay.
Not all of it. I watched.
Yeah, I had to turn it. I was like, what the fuck?
Say it again, Jared. And the parents. And the parents. The parents need to be held accountable.
Well, the dude came out and said, was like, hey, I apologize if I pissed you off. It wasn't like that. That's what he said.
Well, you see that, I mean, put that clip back up. You spelled trial wrong, but no, the one underneath it. The other side of this is you see that they have people in California trying, and pedophilia just became okay, by the way. If you're 21 years old and you're fucking a 12-year-old in California, that's now legal. Talk about this as far as this is an agenda they try to press in a liberal, or you know what I mean, a liberal city, liberal state, so then they can push it across the nation. They've been trying to push pedophilia for so long that they are trying to argue that it is basically it's a gender is how they're trying to say it. They were trying to compare it to the LGBTQ community. And you know the LGBTQ community can't wait to pick something else up. So they're of course going to throw them on the bandwagon because that's what they do. They're a bunch of fucking followers. I don't care what nobody says. You're fucking followers. It is what it is. And it's nothing against you if you are lesbian, nothing against you if you're gay. I don't care. You're a fucking follower. Because in reality, you didn't know about the shit till it got pumped into your fucking head. And after it got pumped into your fucking head, then you followed. That's me. That's me. I'm that person. I fit that category. No, you're a fucking follower, bro. You're a follower. Let's call it what it is. Half of you haven't had the opposite sex to even know. You just fucking went with what you heard on television and ran with it. And that's the one I'm talking about, is saying they're born that way. There's no way you're born a fucking predator. You may be born gay. I can't ever say you're not born gay. I can say you're not born a fucking pedophile. You're not.
Here, also,
Your shit's gotta
speaking
stop.
of followers, if you could follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, that's fuck you, California, man. Like, I don't even know what to say to that.
That's the Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Like, what are you doing, man? Like, I was just trying to plan a trip to Venice Beach with the wife. Now I don't even want to, like,
I wouldn't spend a fucking dollar in that state.
bruv.
Wouldn't spend a fucking dollar when you got San Francisco dropping down. Look, this is what I gotta say.
Oh, San Francisco's a big no-go.
Let's call it what it is, right?
It's
San Francisco
a
was
dead
one of the first.
zone.
Was one of the first open gay communities.
It's
Look at where it has gone.
the
That's where you want America to go.
the cops are like, let them die. Like,
Let them
just-
die. Let them steal.
Yeah.
Let them do whatever the fuck they want.
Like,
And guess what? Look at the bigger picture. That's where shit went sideways.
bruv.
We pushed the fucking we test ran it in a city that is now a dying city that luxury brands are running from. Stores don't want to open. It is going to be in East St. Louis by the time the shit is done. It's fucking out of control. Don't pull that down.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah, all pedophiles suck.
Oh, yeah.
I got the joke, Casey, but all pedophiles suck.
Okay, I'm not trying. All right, that flew over my head, but fuck it, because what else? God, Jimmy, is he fucking just sleeping or something? Dude, so did you hear about this big ass solar eclipse that's supposed to happen? That's like,
Man, it's the first solar eclipse I ever told you fill your gas and pay your bills.
yeah.
Stockpile food and water. Where did that come from?
why, man?
Makes you really wonder. I mean, you see the biblical prophecies of, it's going to be the start of the end of the world. You got some people saying, there's all this symbolism behind it. I honestly think that if we pump a narrative and then all hell breaks loose, people are going to believe it's this when really it's that. And that would be that being the government fucking us like they've been fucking us for the last 100 years.
Hang on, I gotta see what time. What time is the solar eclipse, man? The solar eclipse, man, is at 12:39 p.m. And totality begins at 1:56. So that's crazy, man. What do you think's gonna happen, bro?
Who really knows?
Dude.
Like, I've thought this over and over. I'm like, man, who's to say anarchy doesn't break out? Who's to say they all of a sudden don't you hear purge horns and shit go crazy?
Yeah. The last eclipse, that's when I proposed to Carrie. So that's why I can only think of like happy shit when it comes to that. But it's like I want to do my research. This is the first time hearing that people are saying pay your bills and stock your gas. Like that, those two usually don't go hand in hand. It's usually like one or the other. But if everyone's saying pay the bills, stock the gas, then sure, man, let's do it.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Pay the bills and stock the gas.
Fuck them bills because they getting paid either way. But if shit's gonna go to shambles, I'm not gonna pay all of them to make them rich right before shit goes sideways. Like, I will stock my gas. I will make sure there's food in my fridge, and I will make sure that we are protected.
Yeah, I need to get some fucking grocery shopping for sure, man.
You aren't wrong, Casey. Millions of people definitely watch videos of our storm. That shit is crazy. Like, to think, now I feel even worse. Like, we talked about it last week. I feel even worse now because there's so many people that, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Not that they can't replace their cars.
Yeah.
So many people had their cars paid off. They no longer had that debt. And it almost makes me think, because again, it was a straight line from Texas to Ohio, right? Texas got hit. We got hit. A bunch of other places got hit. It almost makes you wonder, was the goal to put people back in debt? Because if you think about how many cars got taken out, now people got to go buy them, and insurance is totaling out cars without even looking at them. There's not even, estimates going. There's nothing going where you're taking it to have a view. They're totaling it out from over the phone. We have a coworker, cars totaled, and I kept saying, get it checked. Get it checked. They just accepted it. Now they're going to have to go buy a vehicle with some of the highest interest rates we've ever seen. And you're going to see all these companies get rich. It's just going to be a wave. What people should be doing right now is investing in GM, invest in Ford, invest in all this shit that goes around cars. Because guess what? Car sales are about to spike this month. And you need to get in on the pie while you can.
Dude, I think / know that it was the government. And I think / know we were targeted. Because we all know who came up to visit us and acknowledged my belt. And the next thing you know, the Democrats are like, we'll show them. Hailstorm.
Man, we got shit on that. I've never seen hail like that in my life. I don't ever want to see it again. That shit was between ping pong ball, golf ball size to fucking tennis ball. Some pieces were this big. Some pieces were fucking this big. I have holes in my windshield that are this big.
Durchgehen meine Froschke, oui.
$48,200 in damage to my vehicle.
Say it again.
$48,200 in damage. They are replacing every body part that is visible, including the interior.
Are they salvaging out?
No. They're no total.
Brand new car.
Basically just the engine's used. I'll take it. All the money I fucking paid into insurance, I'll fucking take it. But They are replacing from the antenna to the grills to all body panels to all my seats are getting replaced. And I'm trying to get us the seats out of the Durango so we can use them for our podcast chairs. The goal is to get them turned into podcast chairs. So hopefully we get them. But they're replacing the roof, the leather dashboard, the seats, all the seats, because there was glass in them and there's holes in them. I'm like, at the point of time on the phone, I was like, all right, you're just milking my insurance company. You know what I mean? Like, or you're trying to total my vehicle.
Dude,
And
I'm
I'm going to
proud of
go
you.
with the latter second. The
Yeah.
second of that is I think they did that to a lot of people. My body got fucked up. My sunroof got hit. Granted, there may be a little bit extra damage there, but I think they're going the long way on these repairs to try to total out a bunch of people
Save
because
money.
car sales are down. People are holding. What do we talk about at work? People are holding their cars longer than they ever have. We need people to buy fucking cars.
Yeah.
So guess what I'm going to do? We're just going to wreak havoc. Whatever gets fucked up, but people will have to replace shit. I feel bad for the people whose houses got fucked. Because there's so many, like we were talking about the cars last week. There are houses where the siding is beat to shit.
Shit.
Roof's gone.
Gone.
You know, like it's
I know that fucking whole ballpark by Carshield Field got fucking smoked.
ballpark. Oh, the actual
Carshield.
ballpark, the baseball park.
Yeah, Carshield Field. There's like a bunch of like houses in that subdivision because there's this like super world famous photographer named Carl Lund. I'll follow him on Facebook. He lives over there, and his house got fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Prayers to everybody getting involved in it, everybody whose family's going through it. This is a time that, you know, we're supposed to band together because this shit is crazy. You know, I feel bad for I feel bad for the people for real that lost their jobs at Tyson because
What happened to Tyson?
48,000 fucking well, let me get this right. I don't want to get it wrong. I want to say it was like 42 or 48,000 people lost or maybe it was 12,000. Maybe I'm getting my number with my car mixed up with the people, but it's like thousands of people lost their job at the Tyson food facility. So everybody boycott Tyson.
Fuck.
And they're moving their facility to New York to be able to give the immigrants jobs.
Okay, where's the Tyson pyramid? Where's
Like,
the Tyson affiliated pyramid? Find
Yeah.
it, Jimmy.
Find it and cut it out. Don't shop with them. General Mills.
Tyson.
It's time that we really, if we're gonna
affiliated.
fight the power, really fight that shit and don't buy their shit.
Boop, 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 boop.
You know, I'm about to be calling Casey to sell me chicken. You know, I'm gonna have to go buy a bunch of chickens to take to them. Let them free range so I can, you know, let me pay you to take care of them. And when they get of age, I'm gonna have to eat them.
Ballpark, Jimmy Dean, Hillshire, Tyson, Wright, Adels.
Name them again and say it louder or say it with your chest.
Yeah, Jimmy. Fucking hold on, let me pull it up. Joseph read the disclosure. So Dyson is affiliated with Hillshire Farm, Jimmy
Canceled.
Dean,
Canceled.
Wright, but I've never even fucking heard of him.
Never heard of them, but fuck them.
Adels, never fucking heard of them.
Canceled.
And Ballpark. Damn, I like Ballpark too.
Yeah, well, switch them out.
Yeah,
Kellogg
with
and
Franks.
and that's the other one. Kellogg.
I don't see
2,200 lost their jobs. Like, or 2,200. There you go. Thank you for that.
here's
Casey.
a bigger
I
one. Here's
appreciate
a
you.
bigger one.
Well, Kellogg is another one that fucking needs to be protested. While they're bragging about raising the price of
Fair.
foods and how they've made so much money, but people are still going to buy it. Fuck them. You know, and we've talked about this. I think this is the week where you're going to see us really posting a lot of food videos to the web or to the pages to let you know how to make your own granola, how to make your own cornflakes. And this is why they're trying to ban TikTok, because guess what? All of my recipes came from TikTok. They showed us how to make cornflakes, showed us how to make, you know, granola, showed us how to make Pop-Tarts, showed us
Carrie's
like,
doing that now. She's making her own granola bars upstairs.
see, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like, this is the way we as a community are going to be able to fight. And it is our job this week, Devin, hold me to it. I'm going to be sending you a bunch of videos, post them to
Videos.
Facebook
Post
for
them.
people to share
Sure.
so we can show how to make this shit at home.
Home.
There's too many different things that we can make on our own that are going to be healthier when we make them than all the preservatives in the shit. The one that blew my mind was the Pop-Tarts and toaster strudels. I was like, man, it's really that easy to make this shit. So it is our job. I'm taking notes as we're doing this of what I need to achieve this week because we've been
Oh
slacking.
no! KFC, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Walmart, Kroger, IGA. What? Huh.
I mean, honestly, the one we should be boycotting is Wendy's. How are you gonna raise your prices at lunchtime because it's their busiest time?
They canceled that shit.
They need to. Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Buffalo
smart play.
wings. Going from regular to Diet Cola is good. I agree with that statement. 2019 vegan acquisitions. Man, I'm just reading Wikipedia out loud at this point, but I'll look
You're
it up,
fine.
man.
Oh yeah, I'm I'm taking notes as we're talking. Don't
Because
worry.
like this is, I'm like, I want to know where the fuck my money's going, man. Like I'm not trying to be a wiener, but like that's why like I like to try to buy from small businesses and shit.
hmm
But like,
They've done their best to get rid of them.
you know what I
Finding a
mean?
small town grocery store is next to fucking impossible.
But
You know, I shout out to Jeremy's Meat Market. It's his dad's birthday. He is doing a filet mignon special. If y'all haven't got
yeah,
it,
I want to jump
fillets.
on that. Fuck.
I will say that I shout them out just because I've been going in and buying steaks, and they actually came out, and instead of me paying top dollar, they actually sold me the whole chunks and cut it up for me at a discounted rate. Because
That's
why?
sexy.
His words were, "We take care of the community. We want to make sure that you're not buying from Walmart and Sam's." And everybody, Jeremy's Meat Market on P, check them out. Great deals. Today they were running a filet mignon special. I was a little sad I couldn't make it there because of orientation, but 6 fat ass fillets for $50. Great deal.
Are
They've
they,
got great deals all the time.
are they the people that serve food too? They make food.
Yeah, they
like-
do. I've been
Okay.
sharing them on Facebook.
So, have you eaten? They have this gator tail. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Hey
I gotta,
man,
what's
fire,
go-
fucking fire. It's just it wasn't gay. He calls it gator tail, but it's like a deep fried steak.
It's
He
not gator.
does. That one was not. He said he'll have the gator coming in. I think it was May that he was planning on having a shipment of gator.
I have to hit this dude up, bro.
Oh man, when I tell you, I shout out local business because we need to be able to stick together. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
big goal here. And I think a lot of people, if you guys have local markets that you know we can source local goods, please do.
What
Right
time's
now,
he close?
I can let you know whenever we get off.
Yeah,
I
if
wanna
he
say
closes,
I want to say it was like 7.
then
pretty
bet
sure.
I'll take the super long way home and hit him up on the way, like on the way home.
But I also want to say it's farmers market season, guys. Go to your
Yeah.
local farmers market. Casey got me some of
Flea
the best
market.
smelling soap I've ever used
Fuck
from a
yeah.
farmer's market. Homemade by a person, fucking fire. Love the
Dude.
shit. You know, it's farmer's market.
It's also garage sale season coming up. My
Hey, take
neighborhood.
advantage, get your deals.
My neighborhood asked if they want to do it. I'll partake with the neighborhood.
They definitely should. I've been thinking about opening a thrift store. I talked about it in high school, and now's the time. You can go around to the garage sales. I'll buy your whole lot. You know, let me take it all off your hands. We got a store, so that's something I'm looking into, and me and you can maybe talk about that on the side. But I think it's an 80% profit margin. You know,
Well,
if you do it right.
No, I just want to be a good neighbor to my community,
And shit, thrift stores can be that way.
especially the HOA of my community.
Hey, it's funny because we got a dude in our neighborhood that has a defund the HOA flag, and when I saw
Oh, whoa, what?
when I saw it, I was like, man, I need to get one of those.
Get him on the show.
Like, it was just when I saw AJ actually pointed it out, and then I saw it, and I just thought that shit was hilarious. I was like, in my head, I'm getting Devin one of those. So
I must
definitely make
have-
sure you got a flag stand because
Yes, I do. I have one above the garage. I
Hey.
would gladly fucking wave that.
I got
I
you.
mean, no, I wouldn't, Stacy. Who the fuck is Jimmy? Dude, he's about to need a talk. Speaking of which, dude, shout out to Casey, dude. I saw Casey today.
That's my
And
man.
he was wearing my favorite. He was wearing not even my favorite. He was wearing a hoodie that I like that he has. And that's
Which
the
one?
case. It's the Captain America one.
I love
I
this
said-
Calvin Hobbes hoodie.
I said, Casey, switch me hoodies right fucking now, bro. And he goes, all right. And he fucking took off his hoodie. And he goes, you don't even need to give me your hoodie. Just here. And he fucking gave it to me and he walked away. I was like, you fuck what? So I'm wearing it tomorrow, Casey.
He's Casey is one of a kind. Like, and I mean that in the most positive way.
He's
He
the
may
man.
make he may make some fucked up jokes sometimes, but I do want to say he is the most stand-up person. He's gonna give you honest feedback. He's gonna give you honest critiques. Everything that comes out of him, unless he doesn't like you, is to make you better. So, shout out to Casey. That's my guy.
My most complimented.
I love you, no homo. You know
Hey, since you're here, dude, it's yours. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. That is a lie.
literally the
That's-
definition of he'll give you his shirt off his back.
That's
Like,
not-
that's literally that's crazy.
Stop.
Like,
Well,
hey man, I compliment that Calvin Hobbes hoodie. I can't fit it. I don't want it. I'm just saying that like
Oh, if
that's
the
my
ca-
favorite.
I have to wear it to WrestleMania, but I can't. Gosh, I don't know what to do. We will talk. How do you wash it? Do I get it dry? I need to get it dry
Let's look
cleaned.
at the
It's such
tag.
it's an eloquent hoodie that needs to be dry cleaned. I am not. We will talk. Shame on you for getting a lady excited. Anyway, like, jeez.
Hey, I also
With
want to shout out
tears.
to Amy because she's always giving us feedback, always making sure that we're on point, always asking to see what the topics are to make sure that we're going to be ready to go. So,
Fuck yeah!
Well,
Thank
hey,
you to all. our
Casey, if
loyal
I lose 20 pounds, that hoodie still isn't going to fit me. I'm too tall.
No, we'll cut it off like Bill Belichick. It. I want to give a shout out to Nurse
Crop top.
Lynn today. She had to give me shots for shit, and fucking she is my first time at that place, and she said that she would like listen to us, and she said that she was listening because while I was trying to distract myself, and I was just showing her our episode. She said it made her fucking laugh. She said us two are perfect together, so.
Hey,
She
you
said her
wanna-
husband to listen to our shit, so
I want
Yeah.
to talk about another listener we got. I'm not going to say where I know him because I don't want to put him in a weird position.
yeah.
He's one of our new listeners, and hey, shout out. And I'm going to say a statement that he said that low key, we were outside on a smoke break and we were
Yeah.
asking about, like, me and another guy were asking about the military, right?
Yeah.
And he looks us dead in our face. He's like, I miss shooting at people. Hey, when I tell you
Whoa.
the coworker, hey, the dude's face just cracked. He was like, I was like, and that's a motherfucker that was in the military. Like, when you get into these people that did infantry, you get into these people that were really in the field. You can't say nothing bad about him because guess what, baby? He was defending our country. He was putting on for our country. So I want to shout him out. I will ask for his permission if he allows me to say his name after I see him. I definitely will say it. But shout out to him for supporting and defending our country, being a true man of the military. We appreciate everything you've done. It's, it's one of them things that it's a crazy, shocking statement to some, but in reality, he misses defending our country.
Oh, then
And-
he's got the P, T, the S, the D. Hey,
I
I've
mean,
been
I
there,
think
man.
majority of them in the military do.
yeah, and so, dude, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Holy shit! Next week we got to look up into the.
Hey, next week we're gonna be talking about Centralia, Pennsylvania for sure.
Okay,
Burn.
yeah, I'm writing this down. We're talking about the branches of Kroger. We're gonna go into that.
Okay. We're also gonna be talking about. Well, we're gonna be posting the recipes of the webpage this week.
Recipes of the web page.
So definitely check those out. You'll have a bunch of them coming. I'm actually going to be sending, we'll be posting home remedies for medicine as well. So you don't have to go out here and take these fucking man-made drugs and, killing yourself slowly for them. But,
Right.
natural penicillins, natural antibiotics, things that you can make at home for cheaper than you can get your prescriptions normally, especially in this economy. We're going to be posting different granola, different cereals you can make, different things that, we know you can make at home. It's up to you to do your part and do it. We need to, if we can't go to war with these major companies, we have to hurt their pockets. We have to. The only way to combat inflation at this point in time is to take the money out of their pockets. They're literally laughing at us and they're bragging about posting the highest profits they've ever made. and the prices of shit have not changed.
That's
You go and you
right.
look at these shit overseas, their shit is nowhere near as expensive as us. They tax the fuck out of us, and then they charge the shit out of us. It is our place to put our foot down. It is our place to stand up. It is our place to fight. And if you're not going to fight physically, fight financially. And this is the way to do it. We are going to be blasting the Facebook page, blasting TikTok, blasting social medias, sharing. We ask that you take the recipes, you use the recipes, and in return, post pictures of your homemade recipes to the website. If you have different recipes, Marcel, I know you're one of them. Share your granola recipes on our page. We'll post it. We'll pin it. We'll make sure that they get shared and they're seen.
I saw that.
It is our
I
time.
saw that.
It is our time to really fight. It is our time to stand up, petition the only way we can. Fuck Walmart. Fuck Target. Shop your local butcher. They need the money just like you. Shop local. If you can source it local, we're going into the time of year. Again, farmers markets, butcher shops. You can find everything you need outside of a big box store. Just don't be lazy. Go find it. Dads, it is your responsibility to lead the family to where they can see that we don't need this shit to survive. We can do it on our own. We can shit. Look at Carrie. She makes fucking breads and bagels. And you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she does it all at home. And I'm sure it's 1,000,000 times healthier than the shit you buy at the store that's filled with fucking preservatives. Let's make it happen.
But yes, thank you for tuning in, everyone. We love you. I'm Devin James.
I'm Stacy Bonds.
We is the Two Tired Dads.
Dads.
Jimmy, do your fucking job, man. Bro, what an episode, right?
I think it was a great episode.
I mean, I want to have
Hey,
recipes.
we're holding you
more.
to it, Guru. Hey,
Send the recipe.
I'm gonna have them for you. I got a gang of them in my phone.
And maybe like next music video, you guys can like pop up some shit in comments like VH1 does.
I do want to say Batista used to be the one wrestler I feared. I'm like, I
Oh, he
always
was
wanted
good.
him to go UFC, but Brock Lesnar did it. But
No, he went MMA.
he
He
didn't get
wasn't
knocked
good.
out.
Jared will probably find that and we'll post it. He didn't get knocked out. I think he held his own.
Casey, shout out for being the man that you are. We appreciate you and we love you.
My hoodie now.